This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime. In association with Micromax. Nothing like anything.
Hello Mama, I want a new phone. The Samsung Galaxy S4. Even Pooja has it. And it's not that expensive also. ऐसे तो I'll never buy one. Okay, I'll come home and talk to you.
I wish I could have one gadget to replace all these.
Ooh, earphones. No, look at the blue. When I take the volume on top, it kind of crash.
देख मेरा आईफोन। ओ नो यार, स्क्रीन टूट गई यार।
अच्छा रुक, मैं एप्पल आईकेयर को कॉल करता हूँ। यार बहुत महंगा कह रहे हैं, इतने में तो नया आ जाएगा।
टैब लेना था यार, आईपैड मिनी रेटिना डिस्प्ले में और Nexus 7 में कंफ्यूज है। तू बता कौन सा सही रहेगा?
यार I'm going to buy a TV.
Is it LED or a plasma you're looking for?
यार कुछ स्मार्ट टीवी होना चाहिए ना वैसे।
लेकिन बजट कितना तुम्हारा आज के टाइम में? इफ यू neglect the budget part, then there's no point.
Every one of the people that you just saw is about to make the mistake of their lives. But that stops starting from today. We live in the most amazing of times where amazing technology, very innovative gadgets and awesome devices are pouring in from every single direction. But it's also the most complex of times. To choose the best gadget that you want is almost impossible. That's why we've assembled the best experts in the country to make sure that every gadget you buy is the best in its category. This is Unbox, the ultimate tech buying guide.
Stand by.
So if this is a show about questions being answered, I'll take up two that are immediately firing in your mind. One, what am I doing in a boxing ring? Is that very cliched? It's not cliched because think about it. What's the biggest battle you have nowadays in your own mind? You walk into a store, you want to buy a gadget or a device, and the complexity, the options, the choices are so confusing. That battle gets sorted out today. Let's get started with story number one and bring in expert number one.
A veteran in the world of technology, this editor's mind is a pool of knowledge. He has worked with the biggest publications in the world, but all these years has evaded eyes just like the Caped Crusader. And this is the rarest of occasions when this geek has left his lair to tackle your tech queries. Introducing Soham Raninga, editor, thinkdigit.com.
So let's get down to the family that is looking for television. So first and foremost, should people be buying a 32-inch TV anymore at all?
Short answer, no. Unless obviously you have absolutely shoestring budget, where you are just looking to buy a LCD TV or an LED TV.
In a 42-inch TV, the two or three things that you must immediately, first and foremost, before you even think of coming down to which brand, which this thing, two or three things that you must set as your minimum standard.
The panel quality, when you're going to buy LCD TV, you have these IPS panels, right?
Let's first solve the biggest problem, plasma, LCD, LED.
LED.
Why?
Well, plasmas were what they were when they was tough to actually make a large screen LCD TV. But now the LCDs are now coming in 42, 55 and even 65 inches.
Right.
It's no longer
so in a 42-inch plasma is really not required.
No,
okay,
in fact,
now comes the big one. When you said LED, give me one reason other than the fact that it's an LCD TV with a different backlighting. Most consumers don't seem to know that they're not really buying new technology from the panel. Only the backlight is LED, am I right?
That's absolutely right.
So what's the big deal?
It's more energy efficient. They are thinner panels compared to LCD. Somewhere it makes a difference also the image quality, the picture quality, because you have better contrast. You can have local dimming, which means that in dark areas you can just switch off the entire LED. Right. You save power, you also get contrast, which is much better. So it's a no-brainer that LED is better than LCD.
Okay, so now we're coming down to, okay, it should have this and this, so LED is what is coming in. Now, what are the other 2-3 important things?
At least 3 HDMI ports is what you should look for. Reason? You are moving from cable TV to digital TV. You have a digital set-top box which has an HDMI out. You better use that because you get digital interface and connectivity, which is better quality and sound, right? Secondly, you will have an Xbox console or whatever. If you have a console or if you have a HDPC, you get it to connect it to TV if you have an HDMI port. You connect your laptops.
So that's perfect advice. 3 minimum, as many as possible. Let's get down to the other thing that you said, sound. Should you be buying, the criteria cannot be sound, can it?
Never.
Okay.
I mean, you cannot expect that, okay, I'm going to go and buy a TV and it has to sound good, It will not sound good, for sure.
We're going to go down to a very interesting thing. We're going to go and talk to a few shopkeepers. But before that, one last question for you, and that is, some people call it only way to sell TVs and some people call it big gimmicks. 3D, motion control by voice, right? Change a channel and it should actually go to that. Are these gimmicks or should you be making them buying criterias?
Well, I think it would be incorrect to call them gimmicks. At this point of time, most of them will appear as gimmicks and they will function as gimmicks because it's at a nascent stage.
We got some people who actually sell TV, shopkeepers, retailers, people that are out there on the counter. What are the kind of questions that most people ask them? Let's find out.
They are asking about the difference between technology.
ये सारी चॉइस जो है ना बड़ी स्पीड से चेंज हो रही है.
What is the difference between the plasma and LED technology?
और मोस्टली बंदों को 3D का पता नहीं होता.
Second thing is like they are worried about the consumption.
मोस्टली यंग जो आते हैं वो पहले नेट पे सर्वे करके आते हैं.
Some customers require 3 USB at a time.
इनका आपको बेनिफिट क्या है? एजड पर्सन है.
They will ask again and again that type of questions.
तो वो 3D या LED वो परचेज नहीं करेगा.
They will ask us about
हमारे की फीचर्स क्या हैं?
Resolution, contrast ratios.
स्मार्ट के क्या फीचर्स हैं?
डार्क आ रहा है इस तरह से मतलब पूछते हैं.
तो हमें वो चीज़ एक्सप्लेन करनी पड़ती है.
एक बार हुआ था ऐसा, वो आया था, it's like normal clothes with the like normal sleepers and all the thing, and he bought the 55 inches TV. तो हमें थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगा था अजीब कि ऐसा कस्टमर भी हो सकता है.
So there are amazing queries you get from people, but I'm going to take one query from there. When you walk into a shop, what should you do when you're about to buy a TV?
The real test would be tell them to switch to a standard definition transmission.
Okay, now obviously I'm now putting you on the line. If somebody was to buy a 42-inch TV right now, from all the hundreds of choices available, which one should they buy?
If you want to buy the best 42-inch LED TV in the market today, we would suggest the Sony 42W850A. This is the slimmest LED TV you can buy today. It has 3D, it offers you a smart TV experience as well. The only thing that might turn you off from the Sony TV is the fact that its price point is pretty high. At rupees 90,000, it only will appeal to buyers with deep pockets. On the other spectrum, if you're looking at the cheapest LED TV to buy today, we recommend Toshiba VL20. This is a 40-inch LED TV. It offers you 3D. It has basic smart features, but the best part about this TV is the fact that it's priced below 50,000 rupees. Having said that, the best value proposition is offered by the LG LN5710.